Good afternoon, everyone. I cannot accept this wonderful privilege to address you all today without thanking the people who have made my personal success here possible. The psychology department, in which I found a home for all these years, and to all of my professors and faculty here. But I also want to thank all the workers who are not here. The cooks and cashiers in the dining halls, the janitors and maintenance people who clean our rooms and spread salt on the sidewalks in winter so that we can walk safely to classes. To all the people that we so often take for granted, but who nevertheless make our lives here safer and better. To my friends and family, especially my Grammy and Zeze, who I love and miss dearly, and most of all to my aunt, Amy, without whom my life here at college would have never been possible. And to my mom, without whom my life at all would not have been possible. Nor would I ever want it to be without her in it. I love you both more than words can say. To my fellow students, when I was in high school and I would worry about the future, everyone told me, just get to college. College was made out to be this Shangri-La where you go to figure everything out. People told me it's where you have the best years of your life, you find a lifelong group of friends, you maybe even find the love of your life, but that love never interferes with your study time. You figure out exactly who you are, what you believe in, what you want to do with your life, how to be prepared for the real world, and you will have mentors who will give you step-by-step instructions as to how to succeed. People told me college is where you go to get all the answers. And here we are, 4 years later. And I must admit something. I don't have all the answers. In fact, I find myself, maybe like many of you, leaving with only more questions. I know you are excited about graduating. And we should be. There is a whole world out there, and we are leaving with a document that will serve as a gateway for us to access so much of it, to be part of the world, to learn from it, enjoy it, to affect it, and to be affected in turn. We should feel so fortunate to have this opportunity. And we should also feel so proud for working so hard to earn this opportunity, to have gotten to this point. I also know you are feeling scared. And that's okay. Me too. Life's not an adventure without fear. And being scared means that you care. You care about what happens to you. You care about what you do with your life and the mark you will leave on the world. Not everyone does care. But I know it's the ones who do who are always more likely to succeed than the ones who don't. And parents, grandparents, guardians, families, I know that as much as we often hope or expect you to, you don't have all the answers either. But you're there for us anyway. And I know that you are filled with as much excitement and pride and hope and fear for us as we are. Only it is tenfold. You open up so much of your hearts for us, so thank you. Thank you for being there as we figure this out together. Now, I can't stand here in good conscience before hundreds of students, many of whom I do not know, and tell you that it will all be okay, that all of your dreams will come true. Some of us will succeed, some of us will fail. And I think that the majority of us will be that thing we call human and do both. But a dream is worth fighting for. And you are its personal warrior and advocate. Never stop fighting for your dreams. I know chasing after them can be scary and takes bravery. But know that you can do it because look at the bravery you showed coming to college. You invested time and money and energy in an unknown experience. You faced independence like never before. You tackled that one gen ed you dreaded. That paper you procrastinated on. You invested so much building a life and an identity here for yourself, knowing that it was only going to be temporary. That's brave. That's extraordinary. So maybe we are leaving with more questions than answers. And maybe that's good. Having questions is what inspires us to seek more, to learn more, to attain more, to be more. I've read enough textbooks to know that when you find all the answers at the back of the book, you're at the end of the book. And what then? There's no more to learn? We're not at the end of our book. We're at the beginning. And while for some of us this might be the end of our formal education, it will never be the end of our learning. All of our lives, we have gone through cycles of 4 or so years with so much pressure placed upon us, or that we place on ourselves, to get as much as possible out of that small time limit. We build a life for ourselves like building a sandcastle on a beach. And then the 4 years end. And regardless of how much we have built, a wave of change comes and washes it away. For some of us, that is liberating because it's the chance for a fresh start. For others of us, that is terrifying because we wonder if what we have built gets washed away anyway, then what was it all for? And so we have gone through this cycle in middle school, in high school, and then in college. And here we are again. And the wave is upon us once more. The difference is now, we don't have the pressure to create what we can in the span of just 4 years. We have the rest of our lives. And we can spend it building a castle that is as large as possible. Or not. Maybe we can spend it building a castle that is just big enough for us to find a home in. But what's even better is that now we're not starting off with nothing from scratch. We can use the sand, we can use the remnants of what we built, what we found in college, in high school, well, nobody uses what they found in middle school. Nobody likes middle school. But we now have the tools to build a life better than we have known. So as we go our separate ways, here are my hopes for you. May you build again. May you take advantage of the lessons you learned here and share them with others. May you be empowered by your journey here, but never defined by it. If you have good dreams, I hope they come true. And even in those moments of doubt, remember that you have the courage to keep fighting for them. May you chase after life with the ferocity, passion, and appreciation that only a bear cat can. And may you always have more questions. Thank you.